shows the variety and the quality we have to look forward to tonight, ladies and gentlemen. A medley about rivers, which recently in the village is obviously really appropriate with the recent flooding, so if only the residents of Berry Road and Brookside could have held back the river, they might have saved their cars and saved their cars and their gardens. However, we're in a good, better position than we were in that respect, so that's all good. Great to start the evening with a song by James Bay, a local boy from Hitchin, who went on to pop stardom and used to busk in the churchyard outside Hawes's, and his song, Hold Back the River, of course, was the first song this evening. Anyway, you know that. So let me formally welcome you to Joy to the World 5. Thank you so much for coming. It's an absolute pleasure to see the church really full of happy, smiling faces. And we've got an evening of music, poetry, wonderful photography of our lovely village, and obviously the venue, the Cathedral of Chilterns, has stood proudly on this hill for almost 800 years. It really is wonderful to soak up the atmosphere and enjoy this varied programme of music this evening. Joy to the World 5, obviously, is tonight. Joy to the World 1 apparently took place 17 years ago, which is incredible, really. And I was roped into Joy to the World 4 after one too many IPAs in the arms of the Musgrave, where Joy was working. And I agreed to do it and really enjoyed it. And yeah, back again tonight, 2 nights only. Looking forward to it. So obviously at the time I kind of felt that Joy really was the personification of the country village life. You know, on a Saturday night she'd be pulling pints to the locals and the regulars at the Musgrave. On Sunday morning she'd be singing in the choir at church, which is fantastic. And what a great character she is, and her organisational talent and powers of persuasion are obviously second to none, as I'm sure we all know. So, a little bit of housekeeping this evening. We're going to kind of unite village, going to unite pub and church with a little poem, because we do have some poetry tonight, for some a real variety of poetry, which we're really looking forward to. So I'm going to start with a little number from William Blake, he of Jerusalem fame, who wrote a poem in 1794 called The Little Vagabond, which I think sums it up. Dear mother, dear father, the church is cold, but the alehouse is healthy and pleasant and warm. Besides, I can tell where I am used well, such usage in heaven will never do well. But if, at the church, they would give us some ale, and a pleasant fire, and our souls to regale, we'd sing and we'd pray all the livelong day, nor never ever once stray from the church. To stray. Sorry, I messed that last line up. I apologise. But anyway, the point is, there's a bar. Okay? And apparently, I've never heard of this before, but it's a flexi bar, which means the interval will last as long as people go back to the bar and buy drinks. So by the look of some of the characters in here tonight, we could be in for a long evening. No, I'm only joking. It's going to be great. So, if there's a fire, which obviously we hope there won't be, the fire exits, of course, are at the back of the church, on the south door and the north door, and members of the committee will guide us in our evacuation, should that unlikely event occur. But anyway, enough of my waffle, time for some more music. And very pleased to announce we have Mr. Simon Stranks, who is a rather wonderful trombonist. I heard him rehearse last night, I was very impressed, so I'm looking forward to this. And Simon, after frightening off a flute bassoon teacher, apparently, took up the trombone and eventually played with the Oxfordshire Youth Orchestra and Brass Ensemble. Simon apparently now plays for pleasure. I'm getting slightly concerned because he's not taking the stage. That's okay, I'll waffle about the trombone for a while. So he now plays for pleasure. Not necessarily the pleasure of his neighbours, but that's okay. How do trombone players die, ladies and gentlemen? Not sure. Apparently, they just slide away. That's the quality of it. Anyway, Simon's going to be accompanied by Paul Taylor on piano, church organist, local legend. And he's going to bring us a wonderful showpiece called The Acrobat, and then he's going to be joined by Joy, and that's not easy to say, and they're going to play together Scott Joplin's Maple Leaf Rag. So we're going to jazz it up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome Simon to the stage. Thank you. Fantastic, thank you very much. What wonderful footage there of our local tonk in action, and not to mention the horticultural show. Fantastic, incredible footage. Some wonderful work there. And now Joy's going to stay on and he's going to play with Joe Willis on the keyboards, and they're going to play a couple of pieces that are very popular on Classic FM, ladies and gentlemen, which is not a radio station I'm massively familiar with, but I'm sure it's very good. And there's a piece here called from the Victorian Kitchen Garden Suite, and a piece called Tico Tico, which apparently is a Brazilian tune in the style of choro. And the Portuguese lyrics tell the story of a local sort of sparrow. So it's a bird kind of thing, Tico Tico. So before I make even more tit for myself, I'll introduce Joy and Joe. Thank you very much. See that Brazilian sparrow flying around there, ladies and gentlemen. That's fantastic. Thank you very much. And now Joe is going to stay with us. Joe Wiggins on keyboards. And of course, Joe used to live in the village, and since the last Joy to the World, he's moved away. And in that time, he apparently has moved to Northampton and has 2 daughters. Oh, he's married, I should say first. Moved to Northampton and has 2 daughters. And one of which only just turned 2 months old. So he's lucky to be allowed out, ladies and gentlemen. Not really. Well, but we're delighted that he has been allowed out. And tonight he's going to play 2 original pieces that are making their debut tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that he's originally composed. This is their first public airing. The first piece is called Because I Love You, which is nice. And the second piece is called Look Back and Smile. So, we're very fortunate to have him with us tonight, and we're going to give him a nice big Shillington hand. gentlemen, and to be that to accompany pictures of our agricultural past. I love that expression, sheep footage. I'm sure the kitchen has still got some of that equipment around the farm. Absolutely amazing. And now, of course, we introduce the real stars of the show. The village choir are back. This time, they mean business. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it does mean that we're edging towards the interval. So if you have thirst coming upon you, you can almost be ready to sate it. And now we have a couple of pieces here. We've got an original piece written by Joe and Joy, which is quite literally an ode to joy. Not in a very kind of way. And then, to contrast with that, they're going to kick into some Coldplay, ladies and gentlemen. You know, they're going to do Viva La Vida, which is a wonderful kind of rousing anthem. And Coldplay are officially the most streamed band of the 21st century. But they haven't really made it until they've been sung here tonight by the Shillings and Saints Choir. So, let us now ask our choristers to close our first half. Thank you.
Music holds the key if your life lacks melody. Music holds the key if you're seeking harmony. So leave your cares behind, and then your soul will find that music will bring joy, sweet joy. So if you're feeling blue, your spirit's low, the song will see you through. Get up and go. In midst of solitude, when the skies are black, music will raise your mood, then you're back on track. Music holds the key if your life lacks melody. Music holds the key if you're singing harmony. So leave your cares behind, and then your soul will find that music will bring joy, sweet joy. Recalling darker days of darkness there, the music changes ways, answers your prayer. Now if you spread your wings, shift down the tone. See what the music brings, you are not alone. Ba 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 Music holds the key if your life lacks melody. Music holds the key if you're seeking harmony. So leave your cares behind, and then your soul will find that music will bring joy, sweet joy. Music holds the key if your life lacks melody. Music holds the key if you're seeking harmony. So
Thank you.